It seems like Street Fighter V is finally going to be over, and the capstone of the game's 5-year run is going to be this guy, Luke. This video isn't going to be blasting theories about who he is, and I'm not even going to be going over his design that much. Instead, I want to discuss what the future of Street Fighter will be like, and why Luke is our first glimpse at this. Street Fighter V has been a strange entry in the series. If Street Fighter IV was meant to retread old ground and reintroduce the brand, Street Fighter V seems like it can't decide if it wants to retread old ground, move the series forward, tie up loose threads, or establish entirely new loose threads in a weird attempt to please everybody at once and contradicting itself in the meantime. The developers seem to be using choice words when they talk about Luke being a part of Street Fighter's future, and it's most certainly because Luke is going to be a big part of the upcoming Street Fighter VI. So the question on everyone's mind now is, what is Street Fighter VI going to be like? Well, here's my thoughts. Street Fighter VI is going to be something like Street Fighter III, moving the series so far ahead that there are practically zero ties to anything from previous games. And like Street Fighter III, it's going to be largely comprised of brand new characters, except maybe Ryu and Chun-Li because we gotta get that brand recognition. Luke is going to be spearheading this new batch of World Warriors, and we're only getting an early taste of him in Street Fighter V in order to ease the transition to Street Fighter VI, neatly avoiding the culture shock that happened with Street Fighter III's original reception. But what does this mean for the story and timeline of Street Fighter? Honestly, I don't think it matters much to Capcom. They tried to go the cinematic route for 2 games and both were spectacular failures. And what story tidbits we got after that were the barest of servings. If Street Fighter VI goes for a completely brand new cast, then there's no more obligation to have a big cinematic story mode to address the meta plot. In fact, if I'm being completely cynical, I don't think there will be one. Street Fighter VI might just be entirely focused on esports. I don't really have any evidence for why I think this, except for Luke himself. He's got the look of someone who competes in prize fighting rather than a world-traveling warrior. And being a young, scrappy American with a hotshot attitude feels like he was made to appeal to audiences watching on ESPN. He's even wearing Capcom's colors. I just can't read this as anything other than eSportsman. Of course, this is just my personal theory. For all we know, Street Fighter VI might be yet another retread of old favorites from every era, running another awkward in-betweequel episode that will muddy up the timeline even more. But part of me just can't shake that esports angle. After all, esports is the only reason why Street Fighter V has even survived the past 5 years, and the only thing that keeps the brand relevant. We'll never know until Capcom decides to take the next step. That's all for today's A.B.I.torial mini. I know there's been a lot of requests for more videos about Street Fighter, but since the game is coming to an end, I think I'll compile all my remaining thoughts in a full Street Fighter V retrospective. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below with your thoughts about Luke and the future of Street Fighter. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more anime and game content from Sugar Punch. We have a Patreon where members can get early access to our videos, so come check it out if you'd like to support the channel. I'm A.B.I., and I'll see you next time.